Hello, my name is John Roberts, and this is my This Is Me video. In this video today, I want to talk about the responsibilities I've had to take up, as well as who I am and how I got to where I am today. And so I think the best place to start is the beginning. So I came to GCU 4 years ago, never having any trouble in school, really good kid, one C away from having a full ride to a different university, but I was still very happy to come to GCU. Don't get me wrong. Don't get the wrong idea. But no, I love it, GCU, and I've always loved it. But when I came to GCU at first, I was a physical therapy major, and I wasn't really sure what I wanted. I thought I knew what I wanted, but I really didn't. And I also wasn't very confident in myself. I never really had any self-image issues. I always, thought I looked all right. I tried to make myself presentable for people. And obviously, if you're, going to college, statistics show that that's where you find your spouse. So I wanted to be presentable for girls and try to meet girls and talk to them and see what kind of girl I want to marry. Just kind of learn. And even if I don't like marry or date a girl, just be friends. Just be friends with people in general and be open to talking. Because in life, you're going to have to cooperate with people and you're going to have to work with people and deal with conflict and a bunch of other things. And if you can't handle a social situation, then you're obviously not going to be able to handle the added stress of a really tough conflict on top of that. So while I was doing my physical therapy major, I eventually figured out that it just wasn't for me, and I really looked at my self-perception, and I just really reflected. I was like, what do I want to do? What was I born to do that I really care about that makes me happy? And I really thought about that for, a really long time, and eventually I came to the conclusion that behavioral health science is a much better major for me, and to this day I would still support that. I'm very much into helping people and making people feel better. And I think public speaking and behavioral health science have a lot in common. In particular, people who have a mental issue, for the most part, that's, obviously that's not a result of like a chemical imbalance like schizophrenia, but something like anxiety, sometimes phobias. A lot of it is just the way they think and they perceive the world. The world is comprised of good and evil. And if one of those things don't exist, if there's no good or if there's no evil, then there's just nothing. They're just things. If things happen that aren't good or evil, they're just things. And so it's important to realize that it's necessary to have some evil in our world to learn. And sometimes really awful things happen. I was diagnosed with cancer, a Hodgkin's lymphoma, my junior year of college, and it sucked. I had to drop all my classes. I lost all my hair. And I lost a lot of things, but I learned a lot from it. And I also learned that my girlfriend, who I was dating at the time and still dating right now, she is the one for me. I mean, she stuck through it for me, and she didn't leave, and I gave her an out. I said, you didn't sign up for this, and I understand that. And if you want to leave, I won't judge you. But if you want to, help me through this, I'll be forever grateful for that. And that's what she decided. She decided she wanted to stick there with me for the long haul. And to any gentleman watching this, that's wifey material right there. That's huge wife material. But moving on from that, just being confident is something I really learned from that experience as well. Even going through one of the worst things I can go through, I'm still who I am, and I'm still able to put a smile on people's face. I'd make cancer jokes and stuff, and some people don't really like that, but I don't know. I find it funny, and people who are able to joke about their situation, even if it's bad, are shown to have greater levels of mental resilience, and that's who I really think that I am in terms of mental. I think I'm very strong. I think I have a lot of fortitude, and that makes me really responsible as a person. After going through something so hard, daily responsibilities become easy. I work full-time at Southwest Behavioral Health as a technician right now, and I work with people who have various conditions, and I have responsibilities to those people. I have to document their treatment and how they're doing, and so responsibility is a huge factor, because if you're not responsible, you can get charged for fraud if you mess something up. So that job has really taught me to be really responsible, and that's what I spend most of my time doing. I don't have a lot of hobbies. I play some video games and I go to church. I'm a Catholic, but my culture right now is just becoming an adult. That's the culture I really want to learn and figure out, is the culture of a working class American. And so I'm trying to introduce myself to that culture so I become more familiar with it and the people, and so I can relate to those people more and be easier to be cooperative with when I'm doing my job. So that's something that's really important to me. And I've learned so much through my 4 years at GCU. I can't even begin to, for 5 minutes in a video, which is over the the required limit, sorry, it doesn't even begin to describe all the things I've learned. But I'm always open to talk to people and tell them about who I am and hear what they have to say about who they are, and just kind of shoot back and forth and relate to each other on that. So anyways, this is the end of my video. I hope I did everything that was required, and I appreciate you for listening, and I hope you got something out of this. Until next time, I hope you have a really good weekend, and I look forward to further participation in this class. Lopes up. Have a good weekend.